Hey guys, we are here today for another episode of the Dyno Report, the series where I review performance mods on my GTI by the seat of my pants. This week, we are doing the 3-inch downpipe from CTS Turbo. Been waiting to do this for a while. Super happy to finally be doing it, finally be getting it done, and we're gonna show you what it does to the car, sound and performance-wise, and then what it does to me mentally, because I think the install is gonna be a bit of a pain. But let's tell you where we're at right now with the stock downpipe. Recording GoPro 1. So for a while now, I've been running just the Rev 9 catback exhaust, which is the stock diameter 2.5-inch exhaust, and it sounds great. It sounds lovely. We've needed something else for a while. Most people go for 3-inch full straight pipe or with a resonator with muffler. I've got a resonator on mine, but we're finally doing a downpipe. We got the 3-inch downpipe from CTS Turbo. I think every upgraded downpipe for these cars is 3-inch, but I figured I'd let you know. And I'm excited. The people I've been talking to who've done it are like, you are not gonna regret what you have just purchased. And I am beyond excited for it. I've loved the sound of this car. I think it just needs a little bit more sound to it. But what I'm really excited for isn't just the sound, it's the actual performance benefits that you can get from a downpipe. It is one of the single biggest things you can do for this car for performance. You can go straight to stage 2 with a downpipe. There's other recommended upgrades, but with a downpipe, you can go straight to stage 2. And I'm like, that's insane. 200 to like 280 just with one upgrade and a tune. Whew, insane. I am so looking forward to doing that. I was a little bit hesitant about getting it because I know it's gonna throw a code with the different diameter for the O2 sensors. But I've had some people tell me that they've been on stage 2 with a stock clutch for a year. I saw someone, I think they've since gotten rid of their car, had their stock clutch on a stage 2 for about a week. Can't really tell you how they drove it, the one who had it on for a week, but the one who's had it on for over a year said they're just careful and it works. So that's right, we're going stage 2 after we install this downpipe. Oh, it is something glorious. I mean, this car is just coming together. Look at those turns. Yes, so stinking excited. Yes. Some good noises coming out of that Rev 9, I'll tell you what. Sorry for the rolling little pins or something, not pins. What are those? Rods, yes. So the reason I'm actually going for the catback now is actually I asked the internet. I asked my YouTube channel what mod I should get. I presented them with 4 options: coilovers, downpipe, an assorted amount of just some random like odds and ends, couple $100 stuff here and there, and then other. So three concrete ones, then other. Out of those 4 and 42 votes, 53% was for the downpipe. Now I was actually gonna get the coilovers first. That really was gonna be the first thing that I was gonna do with the money that I was able to save up for my brake. But we're going downpipe, baby. We're gonna have some real power behind this car. One of the reasons the 3-inch downpipe is a must and such an important mod on these GTIs with the turbos is that it lets the exhaust gases escape much faster. And it lets you build more pressure because more exhaust gas can get out, and you can just build more on the intake and make a ton of power. I think my friend's running upwards of 20 PSI of boost on a stock turbo with a downpipe and a stock clutch. Pretty impressive. I mean, these Dyno Report before segments are getting a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter because you've probably listened to me ramble on way too much. So we're gonna get back to the garage. We're gonna install this downpipe. I anticipate that's gonna be a pretty fun time. It looks in-depth and interesting and just a little bit cramped for my big hands, but we'll make it work. So back to the garage to get the downpipe swapped out.
The install of the CTS downpipe was also a near 30-minute epic of a video. If you want to go check out how many things I broke during that install, and it wasn't just the car, please head over to my YouTube channel and find it. It's worth a watch.
So we've got both downpipes right here. On the right, you can clearly tell is the stock downpipe, and on the left is the CTS Turbo one. I'm going to show you a bit why one's performance and one is not. So first of all, we're going to go right here. This has, I believe that's a cat right there and a cat right there. So you've got this whole thing that goes down. So the airflow getting out of the turbo isn't the smoothest or the best, and it actually goes, look, it's quite big. Let's get to this side. See how big that inlet is, but by the time it's down there, it's 2.5 inches. So it shrinks it big time, which is good for velocity, but it doesn't make it smooth, so it probably isn't as good for velocity as it could be. But that's not really what you're here for. You're here for the airflow getting out. That's why this one is awesome. Look at that one smooth curve, stays a continuous size all through, then ramps down to that tube down there. I'm kidding, it doesn't, it connects. But you've got the same, actually this one might be a touch bigger. You've got a very similar inlet size to the downpipe outlet from the turbo, but look how, it's a little sideways, look how much bigger that stays. This one, by the time it's even there, it's tiny. So there's a lot more volume in here, plus it goes three inches back so much further. There's one more pipe that goes on the end of that. Look how long that is for 2.5 inch downpipe. We've got the cat right here. I mean, it's just a catalytic converter. That is a high flow 200 or 300 cell. Don't know exactly which one. Cat, much smaller. I can actually show you. Look at it. That's what it looks like on the inside. I tried to get some light on it. You can see it. Flows pretty quick through there. This is gonna unlock some power. We're gonna get it installed, and we're gonna take it back out on the road and see how it does. So because of the snafu and going to Alaska, I haven't been able to test this as much as I would have liked. So we'll be learning on the fly how this thing drives. I've given it 22 miles so far, so there's a little bit on the clock. Battery, calm down, you're fine. So, I mean, you can hear it now for sure. Sounds pretty good. I know for catbacks there's a break-in period, especially for resonators and those things. But I'm not sure about downpipes. I'm interested to see how the sound develops over a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 miles. I don't know. It sounds good so far. Once you get above 4,000 RPMs, I'm behind some cars, and I don't want it to be too loud. It sounds zingy, almost like one of those Mazda MX-5 race cars in the MX-5 Cup or whatever. A little zingy at the top end, which I anticipate to go away a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. First startup was not as drastic as I was expecting it to be, but there have been some times doing in the 22 miles that I've driven this thing that I've actually got some decent pulls from it. It seems to weirdly be lacking in the bottom end right now. I mean, like I said, I haven't done as much testing as I would have liked on this yet before reviewing it. So I might just be needing to figure out what's doing what, when, where, why, how, who's it, what's it, all those things. There is a fair bit to figure out. I mean, this downpipe's pretty good so far. When I was doing 60 to an undisclosed speed, it was quick. It was real quick, I'll tell you that much. Once you get on the power and on boost, you can definitely feel that bump in horsepower and how the exhaust gases are escaping. And there's more of it getting out, so you can just create that boost more efficiently and you get a little more power. I was doing some research because I was interested to see how running a downpipe just on a stage 1 tune would do if you needed a stage 2. And most people said they were fine. Without it, some people ran it for months, thousands of miles, all those things. But what I found interesting was how someone said the difference between a stage 1 and a stage 2 tune with a downpipe isn't that drastic. We'll be the judge of that, because guess what? Of course we're getting this thing tuned for stage 2. 034 Motorsports is great. If you buy the stage 1, all you have to do is pay the price difference to upgrade to stage 2. So that's like dirt cheap. It's gonna be fantastic. Their 263 horsepower not a 280 like most. So actually that helps me, because I know with a stage 2 and 280 horsepower, the stock clutch isn't very keen on that. So having a little bit less power should help that stock clutch to last just a little bit longer. I could be able to do a couple more pulls. I got to find the torque rating for the stock clutch and the torque of the stage 2 tune from 034. Just got to figure out where that crossover is, because the stage 2 clutch from ECS is a 400 foot-pound torque rating. So I think probably 280, 300 torque is what the stock is rated for. I got to do research. Don't quote me on that. I'll find it. If someone comments, I will comment back with the information that I find. I will be very nice and respectful, as I try to be. But this thing's pretty good so far. Little pops right there. Some good stuff. The tone has already changed ever so slightly since I first put it on and first started it up. I know we're just idling, but it's gotten a little bit deeper on idle as stuff's gone, like exhaust gases have gone through it. So I'm interested to see where it ends up taking that exhaust note. Look at that little Isuzu, a little key truck. It's not an Isuzu. I don't know key cars at all. That was cool though. I wonder if it was Gears and Gasoline. They were here. No, they did that a while ago. It's fine. Now we're just sitting at a stoplight, waiting for the light to go green. Waiting for the light to go. There it is. Green. Yeah, it's a little. Gotta find out if that's like a vibration of something not tight or what, or if it's just the NVH from all the other things that I've done kind of being accentuated. I don't know. I mean, it's got some good pickup. I've planted it in like 6th, and it's just kind of felt like there's a little bit more lag on the turbo. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not worth it. I'm not going to say it's not good, but we just still got more testing to do. We got to figure this bad boy out and give you the real butt dyno report from the seat of our pants. A lot of dead time. Sorry. It's more my fault, and then I just have to deal with all the footage and all the storage space. I mean, we're doing terabytes and terabytes a year now. I mean, I remember we were like maybe a terabyte a year first couple of years. Probably only 500 gigs a year, really. I mean, with a Canon 7D, not even a Mark II, a Mark I. Not a lot of storage. Now we've got GoPro inside, Blackmagic Pocket Cine, GoPro on the tow hook, and I've got a Fuji that I'm going to take photos with just down there. We've come a long way, guys. We really have. It's kind of really neat. Thank you. Just random rants from Cam. I tell that to my wife all the time, just random rants. Thank you guys for being so supportive of the channel and for really getting it to where it is. I mean, right now I'm at like 3,100 subs, and like I literally thought that was impossible a while back. Like I know I took that break and I was really kind of losing hope, but even before that I was like, am I even going to get to 2,000? Am I even going to get to 1,000? So to be where we're at right now is like crazy, and to go to Alpine Volks Fair and meet people who actually have followed the channel and been inspired to do certain things for their car is like, it's humbling, really. Like God is good. God is really good in so many more ways than I could ever imagine. I mean, there's still a long road ahead, but if you look back where we came from, we've come a long way. And I'm really trying to improve the quality. I'm trying to be funny, clean, and just informative all in one. That's why I changed the motto on the YouTube channel header to have fun wrenching, just because it's what this is about. It's about having fun, turning nuts and bolts and driving and all that other stuff. So I'm not really, like, I'm not a certified mechanic, and I don't know when I'll ever get to that point, if I'll ever get to that point. And I'm okay with that, because we're having fun, like a lot of fun right now. And I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I don't even know if this is gonna make it into the video. I don't make videos that are too long. Move, geese! You don't want it cross in front of me. Just because I don't like, I look at someone, I'm not gonna call it names, I don't know the person, but it's just interesting to me. Someone put new wheels on their Mark III Jetta, like Corvette wheels, and I didn't watch the video, so it's just eye-opening to me. Someone put Corvette wheels on their Mark III Jetta, and it's an 18-minute video. My version of that would be 3 minutes, like legit 3 minutes, just because I'm like, what do I say? What do I do? What do I talk about? Like I said, I don't even know if this part's going to make it into the video because I'm just driving to the spot where I'm going to do some more real testing and tell you guys more about the CTS Turbo 3-inch downpipe from my Mark 6 GTI. So I don't even know if this is going to make it. But I'm talking. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. I'm going to be at Eurofest Maggie Valley in August and would love to see some of y'all there. Is that camera too shaky? That might be too shaky. Why is it shaky? It was not shaky before and now it's shaky. I mean, I could put some warp stabilizer on it and be fine. But this really is the random rant section from Cam. Random rants. Not even a rant. A rant is like heated and argumentative, and this is just discussion, just talking about everything. My voice is, I'm kind of losing, my throat's sore. I haven't really drank a lot or had much food right now. It's almost lunchtime. Yeah, this has really gone haywire. We're almost at, I really hope the GoPro's good on the front. We're almost at the point where I can start kind of putting the foot down and seeing how that goes, so we'll see. I might do some 0 to 60s. I think I'll do some 0 to 60s. Yeah, I think I will. Random rant section. Over. Probably not, though. All right, third, kind of low in the gear. It's got a good sound to it. Got a good rasp right there at the top end. That was at 5,000 RPMs. All right, yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes I gotta jog my brain of what I've learned and stuff. So there's not that huge jump in power when you put your foot down, like 6th, 60. But it starts to climb. It's not putting you in the back of your seat that herky-jerky. But if you watch the speedo, it climbs pretty good. Yeah, like it's not. Oh, what's the words I'm looking for? It's weird doing it this close to install. It's not as exciting. It's not as exhilarating, thrilling. But you can definitely tell there's more power, and it's really, really trying. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. So we're 65 and 6th. Put it down halfway, all the way. I mean, it climbs quick. That was like 85. And it's doing good so far. I mean, it's holding. The check engine light just came on for the O2 sensors, not reading the right things. So that's just happened. There we go. Turn. That's really good. You can definitely feel the increase in power on this thing, and it's really putting in some work. It's nice. I like it. Sound, I'm filming the sound video later. I anticipate the sound to change, so that's why I'm kind of waiting on that. I'm kind of not really talking too much about it, just because, I mean, you can hear it pop and burble and bang a little bit, and when I lift it off and kept my foot in it just a little bit, there's some burbles on the overrun, and then right there you can hear it pop and bang. I mean, I think it's doing pretty good. I quite like it. It's louder, definitely is louder. Sound, tone, I mean, I'm tone deaf, so am I really a reliable source for how it sounds? Probably not, but I think it sounds pretty good. There's definitely some power in there. I mean, no one's around. Do a nice traction control off. Mailman. I mean, I was sending it, so mailman's appropriate. I mean, I was still spinning them in second pretty decent. I mean, that's not terrible. I think that was a terrible time, but I don't know. Sounds good. And I think that sounds pretty decent if you ask me. A lot more traffic on this road than normal, so I don't know if I'm going to do the 0 to 60s just yet. Third gear, 4,000 RPMs, 50. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. Whew. There's some dirt on this turn up here, so I don't trust going quickly around it. But, oof, that's pretty good. I think the sound's already starting to come into its own a little bit. I like it. It's kind of exhilarating. Some good stuff. Oh, there was quite the burble there. I gotta hear from the outside. I really do. So this isn't inside. I've noticed has not been as representative. I know the Rev 9 has a little bit of a whine howl thing going to it, so I wonder how that sounds with this downpipe. If it's still got as much little howl to it. I mean, it sure does sound like a race car. It pulls better. There's definitely a horsepower increase. There definitely is, but I don't know how much. On the stage 1, it's probably more than it would be on stock. I mean, that pulls real good right now. I need to see how it does kind of in the lower. So like if we third gear, about 30 miles an hour, 2,200 RPMs. That pulls really good. You can feel it take a second to get on boost. I purposefully went under 4,000 RPMs is about boost. I purposefully went under that just to see what that low end was, and you can hear it kind of still droning on a little bit. But yeah, even on low end, you watch that speedometer, it climbs as you hit it. It doesn't feel like it, but it does. It's pretty darn good if you ask me. All right. I've got no target for this. We're just doing a 0 to 60 run just to see what we're doing. Might do 1 or 2. Not sure yet. So ready in 3, 2, 1. 6.5. I mean, that was crud, but that was a decent 6.5. All right, we're all reset. Run number 2. Run number 1 is a 6.5. See what we can do here. Ready in 3, 2, 1. 6.3. Okay. That's not bad, honestly. I mean, fully loaded car, everything. 6.3, I'm pretty happy with. I was honestly expecting like high 6s again. I mean, 6.3 is not bad. Not my best starts. I'm trying to ease off the clutch a little bit more instead of just slamming it. I think it works pretty decent. 6.3, 5.1, 20 to 60. So there is actually one thing I wanted to mention before signing off. That's the smell. Now listen, if you're catless, you know. This has a high flow cat, and I mean it's about this big. So I think it's just kind of, you get a little bit more than normal. It's not bad though. So in all seriousness, the smell really is not bad. It's very, very manageable. But anyways, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Have a great day. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye. Deuces.